Namaste. Hope you're doing well and hope you are continuing to be Utsahi, enthusiastic. My name is Vijaya Sarnelappanavar Patil and I am joining you from USA. Today we will talk about the topic getting comfortable with asanas. Firstly, we begin by our daily prayer. I would request you to kindly sit at ease wherever you are, whether you are sitting in a chair at home or whether you are at work. Please sit at ease. Try to relax completely. Try to bring your mind to your practice. Just for these few minutes, please try to forget about everything in the world. Try and keep your eyes closed. During our prayer, let us try to keep all of those true heroes in our mind, the true heroes who are running the world for us today, while many of us are staying home and trying to be safe. Let's also keep in mind all those who are suffering the most due to the current corona situation, those who are sick, those who have lost a loved one. Let's keep everyone in the world on our mind and let's pray that we come out of this situation soon and stronger together. While I say this prayer, if you know the prayer, please do follow along or say it along. If not, I request you to please sit in silence while keeping everybody on mind. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are praying to God to take us from falsehood towards truth. We are praying to take us from darkness towards light, from mortality towards immortality. We are praying for peace within us and all around us. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we say pranam to our Guruji, Professor Lakshman Kumar Sannalappanavar. Also pranam to all the true heroes of the world who are bearing the burdens of this world on their shoulders today, who are tending to the sick and the needy, and all of our trying to fulfill all of our basic needs while we stay home and stay safe. To the doctors, to the emergency response team, to the politicians of the world who are trying to make good policies and good decisions at this difficult time for the welfare of all the people, to the law enforcement people, and also to all the daily service people like milkmen, mailmen, grocery store workers, everybody. We say pranam to for helping us during this difficult time, and may they all be safe and healthy. Pranam to our Guruji for all the teachings that we are sharing through these lessons and that we are trying to practice and inculcate every day so we become stronger not only in this corona situation but as we go ahead with our life. So, in our previous lessons, we discussed various topics around the different aspects of yoga. We learned that yoga is not merely a physical practice, but it provides us other benefits like mental health, spiritual growth, intellectual sharpness, and also physical health, which is very important. So today we are continuing our discussions to talk about yoga. We learned about how we can use yoga to make ourselves stronger in all these various aspects. And we spoke about how yoga can be applied to everyone, irrespective of their occupations, irrespective of the gender, the age groups, their abilities, their limitations, their religion. Yoga does not differentiate between any person from one person to another person. All individuals are the same when it comes to yoga. However, we also learned about how we need to select certain practices according to our needs. So we will continue this discussion. And as I mentioned, the topic today is getting comfortable with asanas. So when we talk about asanas, let's try to understand what asanas are. Sthira Sukham Asana. This is a definition of asana as in our one. Sthira means stable. Sukham means comfortable. Asana is a posture or pose. So the definition says that a stable and comfortable posture is asana. So by the very definition, asana should be stable and comfortable. When we perform or practice asanas, we should try to achieve that stability and comfort. It is not easy in the beginning when we are new to yoga, even when we have been practicing yoga regularly. If we are trying a new asana, being stable and being comfortable is not always easy. However, we do see that with regular practice, taking all the necessary precautions and following the right techniques will get us closer and closer to our end goal of stability, more strengthening ourselves, and feeling more comfortable in all these various asanas. So, asanas broadly have been categorized in three different ways. Firstly, there are asanas which are called meditative postures, which mean these postures are more comfortable and more helpful when we are trying to do meditation. For example, Padmasana, Vajrasana, even Sukhasana, Bhadrasana, all these with practice we can be more comfortable, we are able to sit for a longer time duration, and these are referred to as meditative postures. Some postures are called relaxative postures or postures meant for relaxation. We tried a few of these, like the long sitting posture. We tried Shavasana or the dead body pose. There is another posture, Makarasana or the crocodile posture, which we will learn to practice soon. So these postures are called postures for relaxation. Most of the other asanas are categorized in the third way, which are called either curative or preventive, or they are sometimes referred to as cultural postures. So many of the other practices that we are we have tried in the past and we will be continuing to practice fall into this category. So here in this in asanas we try to provide various movements to our different parts of our body, especially in these cultural, preventative, and curative practices. We are trying to give six different types of movements to different possible parts of our body: forward bending, backward bending, lateral bending on one side, lateral bending on the other side, rotating on one side, and rotating on the other side. Asanas can be performed while sitting. There are some asanas where we lie down and perform, and there are others where we are standing up. So there are standing postures. So in all these different types of postures, we are still trying to give these six possible movements anytime that is possible to our different parts of our body. Moving forward, we also will learn about various other postures where we are balancing. For example, the topsy-turvy postures like Shirshasana or the headstand. That is one of the balancing postures. There is another posture which is called Garudasana, another one Vatayanasana. There are many other postures. We are learning to balance in these postures. So, having discussed the different types of asanas, we will continue to learn more and more in today's lesson and future lessons. One thing that we need to know is I have mentioned many different types of asanas, many names of asanas. It is said that there are 84 lakhs or nearly 8.5 million asanas or postures. But there is no need to get overwhelmed. There is no necessity to learn all these practices, and it is not possible. What Guruji mentions is try and pick the asanas that are suitable for you. Out of the 84 lakhs, even if you just select 84, and even if within those 84 you just select 8 plus 4, 12 practices for your daily, routine, regular practice, that will help us tremendously. So, what we are trying to do during these lessons is trying to get a better understanding of the concepts, the techniques that we need to practice, remember, and learn, all the basic principles, the precautions, and in general, how to practice in the right way, how to internalize our practice, how to keep things in mind and practice in a way that we all get maximum benefits and good results out of our practice. Keeping all these in mind, let's only select those 12 practices or a few more if you are able to, and perform them regularly for our overall benefit of and improvement of health. Swatmarama in Hatha Pradipika said, everyone can reap the benefits of yoga with regular practice. The old, the young, or the weak, and even the sick. Everybody can definitely reap the benefits of yoga. However, we do need to make try and do regular practice, and also please remember there are these basic principles that we have described before and we will again once again discuss today, and there are precautions. So when I say precautions, please firstly you have to remember that everybody, all of us, each one of us is unique. Unique in our needs, unique in our limitations. So we may or may not be able to practice a certain asana. And certain asana may or may not be helpful to us. If we practice an asana which is not beneficial for us, in fact, it can even lead to more harm. If we have an injury, let's say we've had a surgery, let's say we have a deformity in some way, we should take precautions not to perform certain practices. And as we go along, we will learn exactly which asanas or practices to avoid for our specific needs and limitations, and which ones will be more beneficial. I can give you a couple examples. If you have a deformity, let's say, in our lower limbs like toes, ankles, knees, hips, or pelvic region, any kind of injury, deformity, or a surgery, then we should try and avoid the basic practices like Padmasana, Vajrasana, Bhadrasana, Mandukasana, where we are exerting more pressure on these parts. And that could cause more injury, more harm, and more pain. So we will continue talking about this. And also, we had mentioned how when a woman is expecting a baby, she should try and avoid all practices that exert pressure on her abdomen, like the forward bending practices. So many times these precautions can be understood if we try and apply common sense or our judgment to the situation based on our needs and limitations. And many times the people who are involved in our care, our physicians, our therapists, our family members, and ourselves, we are supposed to take utmost precautions. All these people, many times they are able to provide you inputs on which practices will be more beneficial for you, which may not be beneficial for you. Please, all these people are supposed to take utmost precautions. Please try to take utmost precautions yourself while practicing. And as long as you keep all these basic principles that we will discuss in mind, you're taking full care and precautions with regular practice, you will definitely see improvements in health and you will gain all the benefits that you are looking forward to gaining. Now, quickly, let's spend just a few minutes to revise the basic principles that we learned before, and also just a few points that we discussed about what to keep in mind before we start our yoga practice. Firstly, please try and keep your stomach as light or as empty as possible. So let's say you prefer practicing yoga in the mornings. Try not to eat anything, not a breakfast or anything heavy, for at least half an hour or more prior to your practice. Maybe you can drink a cup of milk or cup of tea that you prefer or a cup of juice. That's fine. But your stomach should not be feeling full. It should be almost empty. That will lead to comfortable practice. It will not lead to any kind of discomfort or uneasiness during practice. And also, sometimes it might lead to more harm if you have eaten before you practice. So please try to avoid. And secondly, please try and wear comfortable clothing. It need not be athletic wear. There is no such necessity. You can wear anything that is comfortable wherever you are, at home or at work when you are practicing yoga. Whichever clothes, they shouldn't be too tight. They could be well fitted or loose fitting clothes. I am wearing a tunic or kurta as it is called in India, and comfortable bottoms. That should provide you with the comfort that you need while practicing yoga. And try and also wear materials which are more helpful to you, like a cotton shirt or a cotton kurta instead of synthetic materials. And thirdly, please try and keep all your accessories, jewelry, belts, watches, rings, necklace or chains aside. Keep them aside. Try not to have it over your body or your clothes during your practice. There is a possibility that you get pricked or poked in the practice, and so please let's try and keep them aside until our practice is over, and then you can wear them again. So these are three things that please keep in mind, and then now talking about the basic principles. Firstly, try not to hold your body tight ever during practice. Try to keep it loose as much as possible. Secondly, try not to hold your breath. We always try to remind you about continuing to breathe. Even if we do not mention during certain practice, please try to keep it in mind that holding your breath will increase more tension and stress within yourselves. Constricting the breath, flow of breath is not helpful, it is harmful. So continue to breathe normally. And in certain practices, we will explain the pattern of breathing. And during those practices, you can follow the specific pattern for breathing. Rest of the practices, please try not to hold your breath, continue breathing normally. Thirdly, do not give jerks. Again, giving jerks can lead to muscle catch or pull, and that could lead to more harms and more injury, sprain. So try to avoid jerks. The movements that we make during our practice, during the action part of our practice, should be very smooth and gentle. So do not give jerks. Try to always make smooth movements. And fourthly is please do not get disappointed. As I mentioned, there are millions of practices, and out of those, we can definitely choose select few which you can practice easily, comfortably, and which will give you maximum possible good benefits. So please do not get disappointed. You are not able to practice certain asana. We can always pick a different one, or with regular practice of these asanas, you will get better and better. You will experience it yourself. And fifthly, please do not get over enthusiastic and try to learn more and more. Try to learn, go slow, start slow, go steady, and let's learn more and more over a period of time, not in one sitting. So try not to be over enthusiastic. And the last thing, which is very important, always remember rest is a must. Between different sets of practices, please try to get enough rest. Even when the teacher is not reminding you, if your body is saying, I need a little bit of rest, I need a little bit of relaxation, please go ahead and rest. You can always practice again more later when you feel you are ready. So always listen to your body, please. So keeping these basic principles in mind, do not hold your body tight, do not hold your breath, do not give jerks. Smooth movements are important. Do not be disappointed or over enthusiastic. And please always take rest. Rest is a must. Remembering all these, let's now proceed to our regular practice. Please sit at ease. Today's practice, we will focus on learning more about asanas and how we can get more comfortable with these asanas. We will learn more about asanas again during our upcoming lessons. For now, please either sit in Sukhasana or comfortable posture. Or if you're sitting in a chair, that is okay too. Please try to relax your whole body. Try to keep your eyes closed. Bring your breathing to normal. Observe the flow of your breath, please. We will start with recitation of Om. We learned about how to recite Om in our previous lessons. Let's try to follow that. Breathe in slowly while trying to sit straight, relaxing your whole body. And while breathing out, we will produce the sound of Om. Once again, let's try, please. Breathe in normally. Make it deep breathing. Breathe in as long as you can. Slowly. And during exhalation, Om. Once again, please. Breathe in as long as you comfortably can. While breathing out, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please sit in silence for just a few seconds. Kindly practice reciting Om at least 10 to 15 times every day. And please review our videos, previous videos, to learn the right way of breathing, right way of relaxing and reciting Om. So we will continue with physical cultural exercises as part of our practice, and these are sort of warm-ups before we go on to our asana practice. So firstly, we are stretching our hands, fingers, and slowly curling up the fingers and bringing them into fist. Once again, we just breathe in during the action and breathe out as we relax. Now please bring your palms in Namaste. Apply gentle pressure. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now make a fist of your palms, please. Slow rotation of our wrist joints. Breathe in, breathe out. You can relax them on your knees. Once again, inward rotation. Breathe in, please. Breathe out towards the end of the rotation and relax. Now in the reverse direction. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Please raise your hands up parallel to the ground and parallel to each other. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Now in the reverse direction, please. Please go as slow as you can. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Breathe in, breathe out and relax. Relax, please. Now we will proceed to rotation of shoulder joints. So you can either kneel down or stand up to get better range of motion. Slowly raise your hands up. Breathe in. And towards the end of the rotation, breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, and relax, please. Let's try to do the same in reverse direction. Breathe in. As you raise your hands, very, very slowly, please. Breathe out and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, and relax, please. Go as slow as you can. We will try to take a few extra minutes of yoga lesson today and also the 3 more lessons that we have planned to. So we would like to go really slow to help your practice, and that will also give you lots of benefits. So going fast is not helpful. Going more slow and trying to feel the effects of the practice during the action and during relaxation is most helpful and most needed. So after this, let's proceed to our feet or toes. So extend your legs, please. What we are doing is we are trying another physical cultural exercise or practice today. What we're going to do is we will only curl up our toes and relax. I hope you can see my feet and toes. Curl up the toes and relax. So that is the first one for our feet. Next, flexion and extension of our ankles. So slowly bending forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, please, and bend forward. Breathe out and stretch backwards. Now keep your feet slightly more apart. I will also show you sideways. That way you can probably see the rotation a little better. So stretch your legs as much as you can, comfortably can, and slowly rotate. Do inward rotation, very, very slowly, please. And relax. Once again, breathe in. Slow rotation, please. Breathe out and relax. Now, outward rotation in the outward direction or opposite direction. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Once again, breathe in, breathe out, and relax, please. Bring your legs together. Now we will continue with practices for our other parts of the body. We took care of our hands and feet, our extremities first, and now we will proceed to our neck. So simple practices for all possible movements. Bend forward while breathing out. Please remember what we discussed before. Anytime there is pressure on the airways, thorax, abdomen, chest, the breath goes out. So please make that possible. Then breathing while bending backwards. And stay there for just a few seconds, please, while feeling the effects of the practice. Now forward bending again while breathing out. Breathe in and go backwards. Now slowly come to the starting position. Now rotation of the neck to one side. Breathe out again, please. And stay there for just a few seconds. Breathe in and come to the starting position. Now on the other side, please breathe out because you're twisting your neck and that could be constricting your airways. Slightly apply pressure, so breathe out. And you breathe in and relax. Once again, breathe out and twist. Breathe in, while relaxing. One last time. Breathe out and twist, please. Rotate your neck. Breathe in and relax. Now bending your neck on one side slowly. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and relax, please. Breathe out, please. Breathe in and relax. One more time. Breathe out. Breathe in and relax. Now this next to our practice is neck rotation. Please try and do it very slowly so you don't feel giddy. Bend forward. Take your neck to one side. Slow movements, please. Slow movements. You should literally go millimeter by millimeter, centimeters by centimeters. Very, very slowly, very slowly. And relax. So again, coordinating breathing always, please. Breathe in, very, very slowly turn your neck rotated. And as long as you possibly can, breathe in and breathe out towards the end. And until the breath goes out, just relax. We will try the same in reverse direction. Breathe in while rotating your neck very, very slowly, please. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in once again. Breathe out and relax. Now let's move on to other practices. So we will extend our legs and keep them slightly apart. And the next practice is trunk twisting. Firstly, please make sure you are thoroughly relaxed. Before action, we put ourselves into action. Relaxation is very important. I keep repeating these because we are trying to teach yoga for all. So everybody's needs are different. So we are trying to tell everybody, remind everyone, please listen to your body. Relax when you feel that rest is needed in between practices, and also try to pick the counts of practices based on your own needs and limitations. So I am just doing every physical practice maybe twice here during our lessons. If you feel they are really beneficial for you, certain practices, please try and do them more times during your regular practice while keeping all the cautions in mind. Now let's move on to trunk twisting. Slow rotation of the trunk. Slowly turn, place your palms and bend forward while breathing out, please. Go as far as you can, go comfortably. Breathe in while relaxing. Now let's try on the other side. Slowly turn from your trunk, not just your upper back or shoulders, please. Slowly turn, place your palms on the floor, bend forward while breathing out. Stay there for just a few seconds while feeling the effects of the practice. Now slowly release while breathing in. Take a little rest just for a few seconds. Now on the other side again, once more. Twist your trunk, rotate it as much as you can comfortably without any pain or discomfort. Place your palms at a comfortable distance from your body. If you place them too far ahead, you might lose balance, and placing them too close to your body will not allow you to bend forwards. So please place them at a comfortable distance and then slowly bend forward while breathing out. Stay there just for a few seconds, please. If you are able to bend completely and touch your forehead to the ground, that's good. If not, whichever is your final position, please try not to raise your hips. Just try to stay there. feeling the effects of the practice, and come back. Now one last time on the other side, please. Trunk twisting. Slowly twist your trunk. Place your palms at a small distance from your body. Bend forward without raising your hips. Just stay there for a few seconds. Slowly come back. While breathing in, you relax. Okay? Now we will proceed to biking. Just lie down on the floor, please. Keep your legs apart. Hands slightly further apart from your body. And this is Shavasana. You are facing your palms towards the ceiling. Legs apart. You can even release your neck to one side. And before we proceed to the biking, please take a few seconds of rest in this relaxation posture, Shavasana, which is a dead body pose. You should feel that you're leaving all parts of your body loose, not tight. Now slowly bring your legs closer together, your head straight up, neck straight up, and palms now towards the floor. And slowly we will proceed for biking. You can do it with either both legs or one leg at a time, please. Slowly rotating our hip and our knees, using our legs, and slowly bringing your legs back to the floor. Do not drop them, please. Bring them slowly. Bring them closer to the chest while breathing out. Straighten your legs up as straight as you possibly can do comfortably. Then release your legs to the floor. Now let's try the same in the reverse direction, please. Slowly try to do it with either one leg or both legs, as I mentioned. Slow rotation, then bending your legs at the knees, bringing them close to the chest, and slowly bringing your heels as close to the hips as possible, then straightening your legs out. Once more, slow and steady, please. Slow rotation. Again, please remember, when you are applying pressure to the chest or abdomen, like this particular stage, you breathe out. And when you're releasing your legs back to the floor, you breathe in and relax in Shavasana. Just take a few seconds of break. Then slowly bring your legs together, hands closer to the body. Turn to one side slowly and then get up, please. If you do it very slow and also practice getting up from Shavasana in that manner, then you will not feel like the blood is rushing to your head and you're feeling giddy. This is called Sukhasana. Sukha means comfortable. Sukha Asana. Sukhasana. Please bring your breathing to normal. Sit straight. This asana, we should feel relaxed. Now we will proceed to Padmasana. Before Padmasana, I would like to mention those of you who cannot practice Padmasana can also try Ardha Padmasana. So bring one leg to the front. Slowly with the support of your hands, bring it as close to the thigh as possible. If you are able to place it on the opposite thigh, very well. If not, just hold it wherever you can. That is Ardha Padmasana. Place it in the final position that you can. If possible, you can place your palms on the knees. Stay there for just a few seconds, please, while breathing normally. And that is Ardha Padmasana for you. The other leg is right under the opposite thigh. So now Ardha Padmasana with the other leg. Place this leg down, and the leg which was down, you slowly pull it to the front and taking support of your hands on the feet and your ankle. See if you are able to pull it up and place it on the opposite thigh. So whichever is your final position, please do it with no pain, no discomfort. So wherever you are able to place it or hold your leg, just stay there. Even holding it here will help you. So gradual practice, you are able to place it on the thigh. Try to sit as straight as possible, please, while breathing normally. Keep your eyes closed always as we recommend. So you are blocking all the visual distractions and you are trying to observe the flow of your breath and you're trying to internalize your practice. Now, if at all it's possible, let's try and do Padmasana. The leg that is placed on the opposite thigh, you can leave it there and see if you are able to bring the other leg up here. If it's not possible, again, please remember we are practicing for ourselves. So practice what you can do comfortably. So after Ardha Padmasana, which is the half lotus pose, we will practice Padmasana only for those that's it's possible for. Again, keeping our back erect. Back, neck and head should be in one vertical line. Try to bring your knees as close to the ground as possible. Place your palms on your knees. During this final stage, we should not be feeling pain. In the beginning stages, slight discomfort may be there, but it should not be painful. So please understand the difference. A little bit of discomfort when you're learning something new is okay. It actually leads to positive changes with regular practice. But if it is painful or it's a sprain, then release and go back to the starting position, please, or one of the relaxative postures. And stay there while feeling the effects of the practice. Now slowly release your legs and stretch them, extend them. Now we will go for the next practice, which is Ardha Vajrasana or half diamond pose. Bend one leg, place it by the side of the thigh. Bend the other leg if possible during Vajrasana, but now since we are doing Ardha Vajrasana, we will keep it extended. And even for some people doing this, it looks simple, but it may not be simple. So please take support of your palm when you're bending your leg. If it starts feeling painful, slowly release it back to the starting position. If not, slowly bend it and keep it right next to the hip as close as you possibly can. If you are able to leave your hand, raise them up and place the palms on the knees, that's excellent. If not, continue taking support of the palm and in whatever is your final position, try to sit as straight as you can. Sit as straight as you can. Try and keep knees as close together as possible. Breathe normally, please. Breathe normally. Now, extend your leg. We will try Ardha Vajrasana or half diamond pose with the other side. Bend the other leg. Place it by the side of the hip. You're not sitting on the heel. You're sitting on the floor next to your bent foot, bent leg. So place your palms on the knees if possible. If not, you can continue taking support of your palms so you don't lose balance or you don't feel pain. Then in your final position, please keep your eyes closed. Continue breathing normally. Relax. Release, please. Long sitting posture. Now we will proceed to trying Vajrasana or the diamond pose, which is bending both legs. Those of you who are comfortable with just Ardha Vajrasana, please continue practicing that. You need not go for Vajrasana. And also, as I had mentioned in the beginning of the lesson, those of you who may have some kind of pain or deformity or surgeries in your lower limbs should not be practicing these postures, Padmasana, Vajrasana, etc. So just try and sit in a relaxed position, whether you are practicing Vajrasana or not. Try to maintain a good posture, please. Your back should be as straight as possible, along lined up with your neck and head. Try and place your palms on the knees, your knees as close together as possible. Sit in between your feet on the floor. Observe the flow of your breath, please. Keep breathing normally. This is final stage of Vajrasana or the diamond pose. Now we will proceed to Mandukasana or the frog pose. Right here, take support of your palms, place them in between your thighs as you pull your thighs away or legs away from each other. You spread them apart. And even this practice, those of you who are able to do it like this is good. If not, don't worry at all. Even if you do it in Ardha Vajrasana, where you have bent one leg and the other leg extended, that is great too. So please sit at ease in your final position. Try to keep your back straight and breathing normally again, please. Feel the effects of the practice. Slowly take support of your palms, bring your thighs close together and extend them, please. So we have practiced Vajrasana and Mandukasana or the frog pose. We will proceed to Bhadrasana or the stable pose, bringing both soles of the feet together and slowly taking support of your hands. Hold your ankles and slowly pull the legs closer to your body, please. Closer to your body, as close as you can. Now you can take support of your palms or hands and covering your toes and just holding your legs there and see if you're able to bring your knees as close to the floor as possible. Knees and thighs aligned with the floor. Please try and sit erect. Breathe normally, please. Feel the effects of this practice. This is Bhadra Asana, Bhadra meaning stable or firm, and this is the stable pose. Now release very, very slowly. Remember not to give jerks, please. You might pull a muscle. Release and relax. We will learn a few new asanas today. Women expecting or people who have had surgeries in the abdomen like hernia and any other problems or complications around the abdomen should not be practicing these next few poses. So those who are normally fit and capable can go ahead and try these. If you are in a menstrual cycle also, please do not practice some of these postures which are exerting more pressure on the abdomen. And you know what happens is when the pressure is exerted on abdomen or the area with the ovaries, there can be more bleeding and also more complications and risks can arise. So having said that, let us go ahead and learn these new practices. This is Makarasana or the crocodile pose. So lying down on your stomach. So what we do is we are crisscrossing with our hands and slowly resting our head on the hands. Keeping your legs slightly apart. Breathe normally, please. Breathe normally. Stay there for just a few seconds. That is also one of the relaxative postures, Makarasana or the crocodile pose. Now bring your legs close together. Place your palms by the side of your chest in the nipple line, and do not leave your hands too far away from the body. Bring them closer, up straight please. And place your chin on the floor and slowly raise your upper body towards the ceiling and look up as much as you can. Even if you are able to raise your body only a few centimeters or millimeters, that's enough. That is still beneficial for you. Please keep your legs together. Continue breathing normally. Spread your fingers so you can balance better, please, and bear the body weight. Slowly release and come back. And lie down in Makarasana. Now we will go for one more practice, which is Shalabhasana, where you are making a fist of your palms, placing one fist underneath the thigh, slowly, and you're keeping your chin on the floor, please. Slowly take support of your fist, push your legs up to an angle of 30 degrees. Try to keep the knees straight. This is half locust pose. Shalabhasana, half locust pose. Stay there for just a few seconds, please, while breathing normally. Please do not hold your breath. Do not hold your body tight. Do not give jerks when you are raising up or bringing your leg back down. The basic principles of our practice. Now try the other side. So now this hand, you're releasing and bringing it to the front. And the other hand, make a fist and place it underneath the thigh. Slowly with its support, raise the leg. Try and keep it as straight as possible at the knee joint. Breathe normally, please. Breathe normally. Do not hold your body tight. Then relax slowly without any jerks. Come back to Makarasana or crocodile pose, where you are placing one hand on the other hand and resting your face and head on the hands and keeping your legs slightly apart from each other, relaxing thoroughly. The whole body should be relaxed thoroughly. Breathe normally, please. Now slowly get up. You can turn towards one side and slowly get up. So we learned a few extra practices today. Now let's go back to Sukhasana. There is one other practice that we could learn after the new Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana, which is called Dhanurasana or the bow pose, and we will learn it in our next lesson. So let's again sit at ease, please. We will go for recitation of Om. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out normally. Breathe in and breathe out. Now go for deep breathing. Breathe in as long as you can and breathe out as long as you comfortably can. After you breathe in, once again, during breathing out, we will recite Om. Once again. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please sit in silence. Reciting Om generates vibrations within our body, and those vibrations also transfer to the atmosphere around us, making us peaceful and calm within and around. Please practice reciting Om 10 to 15 times every day, as we mentioned. And we really appreciate you that you were able to sit with us for an extra 15 to 20 minutes today to learn a couple more practices and to learn our yogasanas in the right way, which is going slow and trying to be more steady, trying to spend a few extra seconds or moments in the final stages so we are able to get more benefits and feel the effects of the practice. So please do watch our previous videos. We will post new links for our videos on our page. Please do watch them at your leisure and learn more details of all these practices. We are unable to repeat everything in every lesson. So please review those previous videos and learn more. And also before we conclude, we will have to remind you our request. So kindly share our post with all your friends, all the people that you know around the world. Ask them to join us for our live sessions or watch our videos and practice at their convenience later. Please do tag us, Utsahi Yoga. Say we are Utsahi, we are enthusiastic, and please do emphasize this staying home and saving lives. So hashtag stay home, save lives. This is the most important way. This is the best way to show our patriotism right now for our country and to show that we are good citizens of the world by taking all the necessary precautions during Corona and staying home. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste. We wish you a good day and we will see you on Sunday. Thank you.